Hey guys, Zyklon here, back for the match that was missing from the round 2 highlights reel. Match number 3 between these guys, Aiden Korn, Concise and Precise, on Nunu and Pantheon respectively, because this was just too epic to show in one 30-second highlights reel. Panth coming up really aggressively, starting with Doran's blades, just flinging non-stop spears into Nunu's face, dealing heaps of damage early on, trying to get a bit of an early lead. Nunu's potions looked like they were going to counter his early aggression somewhat, but still things didn't look too great for Nunu. He wasn't able to apply the pressure that maybe he would have liked, still taking tons of damage whenever he got in close. Using the caution card and flashing out there when ignited, just popping another potion before coming back in again. So because the lane benefited him the longer he could stay in it, since he had consume and his sustain was going to be better than Pantheon without potions. Still had to play a bit cautiously. Panth eventually ran out of mana and things started to look a little bit better for Nunu. He could push the wave a bit, chase him around, make him run back to his tower, use his ultimate once he hit level 6 to try and go for the kill. Heal stopping that somewhat. Panth stunned him under the tower. That third turret shot, unfortunately not getting shot there for Pantheon, but both players able to escape there. Pantheon's ults were kind of a bit of a laugh all game. Nunu not really phased by them at all, and Panth landing and stunning on his head proved to be a bit of a mistake, because Nunu just immediately ulted and did tons of damage to Pantheon, made it look like he was going to have to return to base almost straight away. Nunu kept shooting snowballs at him under his tower all game, just constantly pushing as best he could with Blood Boil. The game, after about level 8 for Nunu, became just a non-stop grind for Pantheon, really. He just had to keep basing over and over again while Nunu just pushed the wave, blood boiling minions, eating minions, just turbo pushing waves and harassing Panth with snowballs, hitting him with his ultimate whenever he tried really hard to defend waves and stuff. See, as you can see there, Panth, yeah, just had to keep basing over and over again, out of mana, out of health, and Nunu just didn't look like he was ever going to die. Achieving a massive advantage in farm and starting to build real items, as you can see, the 132 AP, 143 armor at this stage of the game, with a needlessly large rod there as well. He was able to take Panth's inner turret at one stage as well. Panth just unable to defend against that much sort of attrition from Nunu, and when he pushed the wave out, Nunu chased him all the way back to his base as well, even running in front of him while Panth was slowed, telling him that this is my lane and you're really going to have to stay out of it. Missing with his ult there, but Pantheon's heal would have saved him anyway. Look at that, ahead by over 100 CS at that point. Nunu tried to keep track of time by stacking Doran's shields, but he ran out of space in his arms long before the game ended, so he had no idea how long this game was taking. Pantheon was relegated to using his spears just to farm at this point, because they really weren't dealing any damage to the Nunu with almost 200 armor at this stage of the game with his Chains Vest and Glacial Shroud. But he has a death cap as well. Both players achieving much higher levels than what is expected for this kind of format. Pantheon cancelling one ult with his stun, still taking heaps of damage and forced to retreat yet again, trying to defend his turret as best he could, with Nunu just constantly harassing him underneath it and just eating minions to gain back tons of health. 253 AP there, as you can see, and he's picked up Warden's Mail at this stage as well. 200 armor, making life really, really tough for Pantheon at this stage of the game. Pantheon, Last Whisper and Hex Drinker. See, even with that armor penetration, he's still not able to touch Nunu, which is so much ridiculous sustain. And every time he tried to push the lane back out and try and gain some offense, Nunu just told him no. See, look at that. Nunu's just standing in 7 minions by himself, way overextended. And the map started to look really bare of turrets as well. Turrets missing from both sides. It got to the stage where both players had an inhibitor turret under attack from just tons of minions pushing the whole game as well. Both sides getting heaps of free gold from those turrets, which probably helped Pantheon more than it helped Nunu, I guess. But Nunu kept just ignoring those Panthos, sticking around just long enough to hit him in the face with a snowball. That inhibitor turret starting to get pretty low, taking hits every single time Nunu pushed. Look at that, 307 AP at that point there. Panth has 120 MR and still just taking tons and tons of damage. That was his probably best aggressive exchange of the game, and it looked like he was doing really actually decent damage to Nunu. One consume somewhat undid it, but it was definitely a step in the right direction as far as his aggression was concerned. Looked like his turret was going to go down at this point. He stuck around a little bit too long to defend it, got hit by a snowball. Nunu just running ahead of him to hit him with Ignite and his ultimate, picking up the kill with Void Staff. A massive snowball there for first blood after 40 minutes, ahead by 130 CS. What a ridiculously epic game, and a bad luck to Pantheon for sticking it out that long and ending up losing. And Aiden Cole will play against Crimson King 85 in the quarter-final after that match. So those highlights will be going up soon. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you next time.